Moin moin ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Donboxing, and today I have something for you that's actually quite of current because it's not actually out yet. Hi-Fi Go have asked me if I want to review the Pula Arc. This is their first super budget IEM, I think clocking in at like $20 or something similar to that. And as usual, I have agreed to review it, and there have been no other claims. And this here is the unboxing and the first impressions after that. There's the box, looking pretty normal. There's definitely a slight texturing going on here that is not normally seen at the super budget IEMs. They just go for usually straight up black cases. This one is at least a bit different. Then let's quickly use my pocket knife and cut this open. Whoop. And let's see it like that. Yep, this is like a bit sparkly, I want to say, overall. And on the inside here is the IEM under a plastic film. And then here the accessories at the bottom. Let's remove the plastic, which thankfully is easy because it has this hole here. Just like that. And I think we first check out what accessories we get here. That's the accessory box. Again, there's a small thing to pull out here, so that's nice attention to detail. But it was actually not needed, it wasn't too hard in here. And that's it. We do get this standard 3.5mm cable here that has two cores. Let me just quickly remove the cable holder here so we can see it in a bit more detail. Whoop. Yep, so this is one of these standard cables that I also have seen at KZ and a few other cheaper brands here. So there's two cores right next to each other. It's therefore a bit more flat overall. And let me just quickly give it a bit of a stretch so we can see how smooth it is. Reasonably smooth after all, not a big issue. And there's a nice big strain release here, which actually is rubber, not hard plastic. I think I had once in cheap KZ or something that had this thing, but out of hard plastic. So it didn't do shit. And here this one actually is working, so that's nice to see. Also, it's pretty transparent here, which is relatively unique. I think there's not many connectors that are as transparent, or translucent is more correct, like this one here. And the cable, just for a bit of a zoom in here, is medium thick. It's a bit thicker than other similar cables I've had, but not much. So overall, it feels kind of okay. Not super robust, but okay. But again, considering the price point, this is totally acceptable. On top here, the cable simply just breaks out into two, which is not a surprise. Again, quick smoothness test. Absolutely okay, no issues in terms of smoothness. No chin slider though, so that's a bit of a bummer, but again, not a big deal considering the price point. And then let's quickly get the ear hooks here. That's the ear hook. Bending radius looks like it's pretty average, not too much, not too little. Rubberization does seem to be solid without being too strong. Let's check out rubber thickness. Also is pretty average, not too much, not too little. Connector again uses this translucent color scheme. There's an L and R indicator barely visible here. I'm not gonna lie, this is difficult to read even in good lighting. So that's a bit of a disadvantage. Next, let's get, actually ear tips. Let's quickly check out ear tips first. Yep, that's rando-ass ear tips that you get with basically all other IEM. So nothing good here, nothing bad here, it's just a rando ear tip. Just a quick squish. Actually a bit on the softer side, so that should work for most people. And then let's come to the IEM here. So this uses an aluminium faceplate, I think, at the back here. Yep, is a bit cold. It's actually aluminium faceplate. So that gives the IEM a bit more structure than just plastic, because this is not resin, this is plastic, I think. Oh, wait, let me quickly just do some guessing imitation. So actually, I'm not sure. It feels and looks a bit like plastic, but the wall thickness here, you can see on the side, sometimes is more than I expect from just a plastic shell. So it could be resin, I'm not entirely sure. Considering the price point, this feels absolutely fine. It's slightly more money, gets usually a bit more solid IEMs, but at the $20 mark, I have absolutely no issues with the build here. This all seems to be made solid. The seams around the faceplate here are very minor. Can rarely get my fingernail in, only here this side keeps stuck a bit. But other than that, it seems to be pretty decently. And let's go into the details here. There's a pressure hole here right in front of the driver. R indicator here printed on white on transparent. This is not the best combination. Something darker would be better readable. And then here we have the, not the mesh, but the metal plate in front. Relatively dense, as you can see, and I'm not entirely sure if there's a tuning film behind it or not. I can't quite see through it. And yeah, but optic-wise, let me get the second one in so we can see both of them. This goes for this like textured optic here, which is a bit like drawn from a pendulum that swings. Does actually look pretty decent in real life without being too much. For me personally, I would like a bit less. I'm preferring my IEMs to be just understated. But I mean, yeah, for this price point, I don't think I've seen in similar IEMs so far. And yeah, that's it for the unboxing part. Directly after that, first impressions. And now quick first impressions for the Pula Arc. So, actually, absolute first thing I heard is the bass. There's a lot of it. And there's a lot of it. That's the first thing I noticed when I listened to any metal track that I just randomly came across on my standard library. And then I came to some synthwave, and yeah, it's a lot of bass. Basically, even the songs that are not even, I want to say, like dominated by a bass line, I think are still pretty bassy, and I'm not really a fan of that. Because that also means the vocals, why not fully drowned, are a bit recessed and not to my liking. Treble though, absolutely fine. Nothing sounds out of the ordinary here. It seems to be nicely balanced. And the only thing I would want to say is it seems to be a tad dark to my taste, but that could also be way due to the bass here. And by measurement, I mean, there's initial measurement here. You can see it's pretty bassy, and that's how it sounds like. Yeah, so, but that's it for first impressions. Hope you enjoyed it. Questions, recommendations, or criticisms, please leave a comment below. Donspektor out.